A cinematic wide shot reveals a prehistoric swamp at twilight, where fireflies glow against thick, bubbling black mud.
King Kong enters the swamp, with water reaching his knees, looking very tired and battle-worn tonight now.
Close-up of Kong's face as he stops his ears twitching at the sound of a heavy scale.
The Titanoboa's massive head emerges silently from the black water, and its eyes glowing a predatory orange hue today.
Kong lets out a warning growl, but the Titanoboa moves with lethal and silent predatory intent now today.
The snake strikes with terrifying speed, appearing like a dark blur across the surface of the water today.
The Titanoboa instantly begins to coil around Kong's legs under the water, pulling him down with force today.
Kong punches the snake's body repeatedly, but the scales are like armor, deflecting the heavy blows now today.
Underwater shot, we see the Titanoboa's massive coils wrapping tightly around Kong's large and muscular torso now.
The Titanoboa drags Kong into deeper water, attempting to use the environment to drown the great king today.
Kong's hand reaches out of the water, grabbing a jagged fossilized rock from the dark swamp bed now. He stabs the rock into the Titanoboa's side, forcing the serpent to release its grip in pain today.
Kong explodes out of the water, gasping for air, covered in slime and prehistoric green weeds now today. The Titanoboa rises high above the water, looking like a terrifying tower of living muscle and scales now. Kong beats his chest with a hollow, booming sound that echoes across the dark, silent valley today now.
The snake strikes again, aiming for Kong's neck, but Kong ducks and grabs its thick midsection today.
He slams the Titanoboa onto a cluster of sharp, petrified wood spikes sticking out of the mud today.
The snake thrashes in agony, its tail whipping around and smashing a nearby granite cliffside today. Boulders rain down on both combatants, creating a chaotic and dusty, low-visibility battlefield in the twilight.
The Titanoboa recovers and bites into Kong's shoulder, its fangs sinking deep into his primate muscle today.
Kong grabs the snake's upper jaw with one hand, and its lower jaw with the other hand.
A test of pure power, and the snake tries to close its mouth, and Kong rips it open.
The ground beneath them cracks, as the pressure of the fight becomes too much for the earth today.
Kong lets out a roar of absolute fury, and his eyes turning a fiery red in dim twilight today. With a sickening sound of breaking bone, Kong rips the Titanoboa's jaw apart in a final move today.
Kong stands over the fallen predator, panting heavily, his chest heaving with total and absolute exhaustion today.
He picks up a heavy log and slams it down on the snake's head, ensuring the end today. The camera pans out, showing the total destruction of the swamp, and shattered trees and red-tinted water now.
Kong walks to a high ridge, and looks at the moon, letting out a long, mournful roar tonight.
A group of prehistoric birds fly across the moon, signaling the end of the night's violence tonight now.
Kong begins to heal his wounds with special blue glowing moss, found in the jungle crevices today now. Sudden movement in the trees. And Kong looks up, but it is just a small primate watching him today.
Kong shares a look with the small creature, and a rare moment of peace for the primate today.
The screen begins to fade as Kong disappears back into the dense and dark prehistoric foliage tonight now.
Slow motion replay showing the exact moment the Titanoboa first strikes from the dark swamp water earlier today. Cinematic shot of the Titanoboa's eye, reflecting the angry and determined face of King Kong today.
Wide shot showing the scale of the Titanoboa laid out next to the giant mountain range today now.
Kong sharpening a giant bone, to use as a weapon for his next major animal encounter tonight today.
The camera explores the snake nest Kong just destroyed, showing unhatched, giant eggs in the mud today now.
A massive shadow moves across the moon, suggesting something even bigger is watching Kong from above tonight now.
Kong washing his face in a clean mountain stream after the brutal and intense fight today now today.
Tracking shot following Kong as he walks through a graveyard of ancient giant animal skeletons today, now today.
Kong finds a cave with mysterious symbols that look like his ancestors' large hands on walls today now.
Rain begins to fall, washing the blood and mud off the battlefield and the shattered trees tonight now.
The Titanoboa's body is slowly sinking into the swamp, becoming part of the earth and mud today now.
A distant volcano erupts, lighting up the horizon in an ominous and fiery red glow today, now, today. Kong beats his chest one last time as the sound of the volcano rumbles in distance today, now.
Extreme close-up of Kong's hand closing into a tight and ready-for-action fist today, now, today.
The camera pans up to the stars, showing a constellation that looks like a giant ape tonight today.
Kong lets out a soft growl, a sign that he knows his journey is far from over today.
The Animal Angels Hub logo appears with a cinematic and epic orchestral swell over a backdrop tonight today.
Subscribe screen showing a 3D render of Kong holding a snake's skull as a trophy tonight today.
Final black screen with the text asking, who should Kong fight in the next episode now, today? Sound of a massive underwater roar as the video truly ends, and the screen stays black, tonight, today. A young Tyrannosaurus Rex sniffing the remains of the fallen Titanoboa in the swamp mud tonight, today, now.
Cinematic aerial view of the island as night fully takes over the dense and dark jungle tonight today. Kong sleeping in a high cave protected by the mountain's peak under the moonlight tonight today, now today.
The blue moss glowing on Kong's wounds, showing the natural healing process in the quiet night today now.
The camera pans down into the deep water, where another snake is hiding in the shadows today now.
Close-up of a to-be-continued stone tablet found in the mud near the battle site tonight.
Final credits appearing with a short preview of the next animation showing a giant eagle tonight, today, now.
A final short chest beat from Kong, heard in the distance as the sun begins to rise today.
Social media icons for Animal Angels Hub appearing over a peaceful prehistoric forest scene tonight, today, now, today.
Complete fade to black with the sound of wind whistling through the high mountain peaks tonight, today, now.
Close-up of a prehistoric beetle crawling over the snake's skull lying in the swamp mud tonight today. The moon reflects perfectly in a calm puddle of water before a ripple breaks it, today, now, today.
Kong's large hand rests on a mossy rock as he dreams of his home forest, today, now, today.
A small lizard scurries across the cave floor near the sleeping king, completely ignored tonight, today, now, today.